Even Unit 01 is not worth it. Allow me to elaborate. Hello people who watch my channel, I'm Charles with an E, and I'm just gonna explain my thoughts on Eva-01, because I have a lot to say about it. Eva-01 is probably the hardest kaiju to get in the game. She requires 600,000 G cells, a max Shin Godzilla, which in itself requires level 30 Shinagawa-kun and Kamada-kun. It requires 201 kills with Kiryu, and Kiryu himself costs, I think it's Millennium Godzilla at level 30, I believe. So it's a lot, and a level 15 Monster Zero, which in itself costs 500,000 G cells and a max G19. So for that, you should technically be getting the best kaiju in the game. This thing costs more than Dest. Dest only takes 2 max kaijus. Requirements for each of those kaijus are easy in themselves. Monster Zero, just level 100 G19, and you need to have Monster Zero to get this guy. He should be better than both Monster Zero and Dest. So, she's not. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go ahead and do some gameplay because I realize it's kind of boring just watching me walk around. But so far, are you guys kind of understanding what I'm saying here? That, you know, Eva is just not worth it. You really shouldn't buy Eva, you know? Eva-01 loses, obviously, well, maybe not so obviously, but I believe she loses to both Destroya and Monster Zero. Obviously not Shinagawa, because he just left. Okay. But I was fighting a Jet Jaguar beta the other day, and that's when I sadly realized, as skilled as I may be with Eva, leave that to your own conclusion whether or not I'm skilled enough, but this Jet Jaguar was level plus 77, which honestly should even out. I'm level plus 19. I take like 12,000 XP. Jet Jaguar beta is, I think it's 1 times XP requirement, so it only takes like 3,100 max. I'd say that evens out. So if I had like 1 times XP requirements, I'd probably be around level 77 too. Anyway, I lost to the Jet Jaguar beta a lot, every single time. I just kept fighting them. Yes, I'm one of those people. And I kept losing. Now I did just destroy that monkey, which is honestly kind of cool. Not gonna fight it. So, also apparently Eva loses to Nutcracker. But back on the point, Jet Jaguar Beta costs 14,500 G cells. I checked today. It's literally just 14,500 G cells. It is not a lot at all. Compare that to all the requirements of Evangelion. Like, what? She loses to Jet Jaguar Beta. Maybe I'm just not skilled enough. It's probably a combination of both, but, you know, like, come on, really? All the requirements and it loses to 14,000 G cells. like, I mean, that's just not, you know, that's not right. That shouldn't be a thing in this game, but it is. As I said, Eva is pretty much the hardest thing to get in the game at this point in time. Either the requirements should be nerfed, oh god, he's dead, or, you know, something else. Something needs to happen. I personally think Eva-01 was fine after the first nerf, because on launch, she was broken. You know, she could absolutely destroy both Monster Zero and Destroya, and it shouldn't be that easy to destroy him. It's literally just bullet spam at that point. And, you know, combination with the spear. I'm glad knife mode did get buffed. I will say that. I'm glad knife mode got buffed. I think everyone is, honestly. But I'm kind of sad that spear mode got nerfed, because you would think, oh god, that might have been sad mistake. Oh, never mind. You would think that a spear would be better than a knife. Well, it is, just barely, but now the spear and the knife. So the spear has just been nerfed, so now it's somewhat, well, dare I say balanced, but I don't know. And then I'd say the knife is balanced now. But the spear should be a little bit better, you know? Like, you get, okay, so this Vobal Drive, 3 right here. After the first nerf / rebalance, you could still move around while you used it, but watch as I get stuck in place when I use it. That's really annoying, and it makes her a whole lot less fun to play, and just a little bit worse. Oh, hi. Someone's probably revenge killing right now. Actually, this would be a good time to use this. My bad, I clicked the wrong thing. But now spear mode is just a whole lot worse, and big pro tip, if you're using Eva and you're using the spear mode, oh, this is not good. If you're using the spear mode, I would recommend going kind of like bursts almost, because all the times for the attacks take a really long time to come back. So here's what I recommend: go in with 3, like this, 1. Maybe dodge some attacks. Go in with 2. In this case, dodge. And let's go ahead and use this. Whoa, okay, that was a little late there. Now we can... Okay, no we can't. I was going to dodge there, but it was too late. And try to get one of these off. It's like free damage, essentially. Not when I get hit, though. And this guy's pretty much dead. I'm just going to try to get one of these in. Oh, that was supposed to be a 1. Oh, God. He's not dead! Nope, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh, okay. There you have it. What should I have done in that case? If you've watched this point, you can leave a comment to, you know, help me get better at Eva. But at this point in time, I didn't see anything I could do there. Again, they did nerf the Ascension. They nerfed friggin' 4 for some reason. I didn't think it needed nerfed, honestly. I am glad that they rebalanced it, though. Eva-01 is just not worth it, though. She's the hardest thing to get in the game. And you essentially get a Kaiju that loses to 14,000 G-cells. Like, over 1 million G-cells to get this thing, plus a few max Kaiju and leveling other Kaiju. Like, you know, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. If you agree with what I say, then, you know, you can leave a like on the video for one. I will remove that part in my description that says I don't say leave a like. But I do have a couple suggestions as to how this could be changed. So, also, it's kind of more like rebalancing, sort of. Here's my idea. You got the modes, right? I would recommend they do something kind of like they did with Rose Bio, right? And Vudon, where you unlock things as you level up, right? So, let's say you start out with the knife. You use the knife, you get really good with the knife, alright? This is an entire set of attacks that you can use on your own, right? It's entirely fully viable amount of attacks, you know? You got a dash, it's pretty well rounded, it's just no beam, you know? But Jet Jaguar doesn't have a beam, he's pretty good. It has a bunch of dashing attacks, really good. And let's say, once you hit level 25, you can use the gun, right? And since you only have the knife and the gun, it's going to work really, really well together because the knife gives you bullets. It's like the perfect combo. Now you have essentially what is a beam, and you can just switch back to knife, right? Then you hit level 50, you're able to use spear. Just wait for this to come back. Awesome running animation, by the way. I love it. Then you unlock the spear. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? And here's where I actually suggest some changes. Allow us to move again while using 3, because it just feels so clunky now. And I wouldn't say you need to actually change the times of all the attacks, because I feel like it's kind of cool that you have to go in there and then just go out. That actually kind of works. I would recommend, however, buffing all the attacks by 100 damage. Just 100 damage. Like this does, I think it's exactly 600 damage. Let's go over to a building. So we can just test these out. And then number 2, just, you know, add like 100 damage overall. Add 50 to each of the 2 ticks or something. Maybe add 25 to the first tick since it does less damage, and then add 75 to the second tick. For this one, just add like 50 to each of the ticks, you know. And that would give it like 900 damage, you know. Which is suitable for this endgame kaiju. Apparently they didn't want us using the word endgame anymore, so like, I don't know what I should say. really hard to get Kaiju that's not worth it. And then I feel like the spear throw is actually very balanced. When it hits, when it actually hits its target, it's pretty good. So other than that, pretty good. Now this can be done, however, but maybe you could unlock Berserk mode at either level 75 or level 50. Yeah, I don't know. You can do whatever you want with it, but it would just be so nice if Eva gets a buff. She loses to 14,000 G cells. It's crazy. So that's my thoughts on Eva. If you have any of your opinions, or if you don't agree with my opinion, leave it in the comments. I won't read them. Just kidding, I will. But it just should be changed. I just think it should be changed. Eva is just not worth it. As of now, if you want my opinion, because I'm sure you do, don't buy Eva. Eva's not worth it. Don't waste like a million G cells, over a million G cells, and a lot of time, and everything else to get Eva. Unless you like Evangelion, in which case this is a very cool thing. I haven't watched Evangelion, but I like using Eva. If I had to main a Kaiju, it would probably be Eva, for some reason. So, if you want to get Eva really badly, oh god, there's a monster in the distance, hello, then you could get Eva. But if you want a really powerful Kaiju, just get Destroy. Destroy is the best thing in the game. Well, told by FDA. This is just this right here. It's one of the coolest, flashiest Kaiju in the game. It's just not worth it. So that's my final verdict on Eva. If any of the Promito Games developers are watching this, take into account what I said. That would be nice. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, whoever is watching my videos right now.